Shalom and greetings from Jerusalem, Jane. I want you to take a good look at this photo. This innocent, handsome, young teenager, 15-year-old Ari Shopak, got up this morning, probably had breakfast with his family, said goodbye, and went to the bus stop like he did every day to take the bus to go to school, to go to his yeshiva. This morning he didn't make it. Right now, his family is at his funeral. Got up in the morning, being buried less than 6 hours later. Murdered this morning when Jerusalem was shook by two massive explosions. At 7 o'clock this morning, there was a massive explosion at the entrance to Jerusalem at the Gival Shaul area. When you come from Jerusalem and from Tel Aviv and you drive into Jerusalem, there are several bus stops. And a massive bomb was detonated just before 7 o'clock this morning, when there was a lot of people standing waiting for different buses, especially teenagers waiting to go to school. The paramedic arriving at the scene said that the scenario was horrendous. Blood everywhere, people lying screaming on the ground. I shared videos if you follow me on my Telegram channel because I want people to see what really happens here and what the Jewish people are going through. 30 minutes later, the second bomb was detonated in the Ramon area in the outskirts of Jerusalem. Once again, a bomb full of nails was detonated remotely when people were waiting for the bus. One person killed, one 15-year-old boy was murdered, and 22 injured. And then many people completely traumatized from these heinous terror attack. The security establishment said that they know because over the years and also the last year, they have arrested numerous terrorists. They have arrested terrorist cells who was planning major terror attacks around Jerusalem, in Judea and Samaria. But this specific attack they were not aware of. They believe this was one terrorist who carefully had picked out those two bus stops, first dropped off one bomb and then went off and dropped off the next bomb and then remotely detonated them with his cell phone. Right now, there has been no arrest, but the security services are on high alert and they are scouting for this terrorist. The alert here in Israel was going to the second high level, and if you are in Jerusalem, you will see a heavy presence of police and border police patrolling everywhere. A journalist from an Israeli newspaper reported that last night a bomb was actually removed by police sappers at the train tracks at the light rail station just across Central Bus Station. I was actually there a couple of hours before taking the train. This is a massive escalation. But when you follow me on social media, you know that I report about every single terror attack. We are not talking shooting attacks. We are talking stabbing attacks. We are talking ramming attacks over and over again. We are talking about other attacks. We are talking about stoning buses, stoning the light rail, stoning private vehicles. We have seen a massive increase in terror attacks lately here in Israel, and it all blew up this morning. Bad choice of words. With two major explosions, and the police were quickly out searching around other bus stops around Jerusalem to see if there was any other bombs, and bus drivers were actually also told to please check your buses. One of the bus, line 67, had just pulled in when this happened, and if you saw the photos, there were shrapnels all over the bus, on the front window and everything. So as Jerusalem Jane, I'm sending my heartfelt condolences to the families of this young innocent boy, Ari, who was brutally murdered this morning. May his memory forever be a blessing. May God comfort you, strengthen you, and lift you up in this time of deep, deep mourning. All of Israel is again crushed from this heinous attack. Heinous attack. When one family cries, the rest of the country is crying. I'm also praying for a speedy and full recovery for the 22 people who was injured, and also that God may comfort all of the people who witnessed this, who has been deeply traumatized. The paramedics said it was a horrific scenario when they were called to the scene. There is so much trauma regarding all of this. I am traumatized just from reporting about it time and time again. Our hearts never gets to heal until we have to report about the next horrendous terror attack and another Jewish family ripped to pieces, standing at the graveside of their beloved, murdered for no other reason than being Jewish. So like I said, there's a manhunt on the way to apprehend who committed this heinous attack. They will find him, don't you worry. But this was something major. This has been planned. They had scouts what locations are we going to take. They have made the bomb, and they have had to bring in the bombs and also detonate them and get away again. But don't you worry, Israeli intelligence will find them and they will make arrests. So we will see how this is going to play out. Like I said, if you're here in Jerusalem, you will see a lot more police and border police. And let me end by saying this. Please don't make this please don't cancel your trip to Israel or start talking about, is it safe to come to Israel? Yes, it is. And for such a time as this, you can make a difference to come here and comfort my people. Please share out this video. Thank you.